What a way to start off. Hair all over the place. Y'all, this is my life right now. The way this hair is going. Just wanted to do a quick laugh before I head to my next event. Because I'll be out this evening doing events. Why don't you stay the night? Baby, why don't you stay the night? Mm-hmm. This song is rent free in my head by the internet, y'all. Why don't you stay the night? Why don't you just stay the night? Okay, light. Got some light over here. Why don't you stay the night? That song by the internet. What's going on out there? Let me adjust my comments so I can see all of them. I want to know what everybody's talking about. Hey there. Y'all see my page changes because I've been doing things. Your girl's been doing things. And I'm so excited because I'm about to launch this relationship series. Okay. 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 It's gonna be good too. It's gonna be good. I'm excited for it. If y'all out here, come in my live and say hi. I like to interact. It's weird talking to myself. um, but I do it, you know. I will say that I keep getting asked to do the relationship stuff more than spiritual stuff most of the time. Hey Ace. I'm doing great. I'm great. I'm great. How are you? Yeah, so I get asked a lot of relationship questions. So I'm gonna do a whole series on relationship stuff leading up to Valentine's Day. It's gonna cause some people to think about their relationships with others and with themselves. Yeah, it is. It's gonna cause people to think about their relationships. And I might be the bearer of bad news or the person that finally freed them from a situation that just wasn't working, you know? I'm glad to hear that because I think a lot of people in relationships asleep. They just checked out a long time ago and they just there. And I think there's a misconception about self-worth and relationship status. I think originally, back when people had money, like kingdoms and bloodlines, and when it was looked at from that perspective, and even purpose amongst the village, the tribal people, um, a relationship mattered for your purpose, a relationship mattered for your status, a relationship mattered for your country. Some people had to get married to prevent a war from breaking out and to form an alliance. Some people had to get married to keep status in the family, keep the bloodline, pure. And some people got married in their tribes because, it was prophesied that those two would do something together. It was spiritual. And I think people are misconstruing their relationship that they got into on some drunk texting with something that has this, like, oh my gosh, this huge purpose, and they really just two people that hate each other that don't know how to leave, or they stay together and they like, the bills, man, can't pay these bills by myself. That's a lot to think about, y'all, because people get stuck in relationships. They been held hostage in relationships by bills and kids and businesses and houses that they gotta sell, and they don't even want to be with each other. It's like, we in prison together, we doing time. We in here doing time together. Not blind. You're a beautiful lady, though. Right? Because I love my blonde. I would say that a lot of people a lot of people are just out here together, afraid to be alone, afraid to have to sit and face their shadow and heal from everything. That's the scariest thing on earth, is to face your demons. And it's really just looking at the other side of you that you gotta heal. It's easy to just hear him and turn around and be like, nope, let me go be distracted in a relationship. Let me go focus on something else. Let me go focus on somebody else. But I'm not looking at myself. I'm not fixing that childhood trauma. I'm not fixing these wounds that I keep making new ones in new relationships and never healing from it. I just go jump in another relationship and pick up some more baggage. And you know, what's up, soul of a man? You're talking about relationships. How people being held hostage in their relationship because they can't afford to leave or they scared to leave. A prisoner. Just a prisoner. Mm. So yeah. True. Because it's a thought that's holding them back from leaving. It's a thought that is preventing them from taking action. It ain't even the other person, it ain't the bills. It's what they think. It's what they think that's preventing them from doing. You right about that? So as a man thinketh, so is he. If he feels stuck and paralyzed, then he's going to remain stuck and paralyzed. The mind tells the body what to do, right? The mind commands the body. And so that's, that's real. Excuse me. That is real. I'm just thinking about planning out this relationship series. I know Spirit is going to speak to me on all of the topics that I need to discuss for my videos on this series because it is going to be a doozy and some people probably going to be mad at me. But I'm saying it. I'm going to say it. It's going to step on a lot of toes. Hopefully wake some people up. Get them to take accountability for the fact that they choose what relationships and what connections they decide to have. Just because they all show up don't mean you got to accept all of them. You know how many times somebody done proposed to me? You know how many proposals I done got? Because I'm big fine over here. You know how many proposals I done got? But after the first marriage, and I got some before then too, since high school, serious ones. Men were more serious when I was like my late teens and early 20s than they were in my 30s and 40s and their 30s and 40s. So a younger man just seemed to be more locked in on, I sincerely like you. This is what I want. I'm happy I ain't got all these limiting beliefs in my head. But as we all got older, it's like they just became more and more fearful of committing to someone when a younger man just seemed happy and excited and in the moment and in the relationship, and you get older and they kind of be like, I don't know. A lot of limiting beliefs, life done beat them down. A lot of bad decisions that they haven't healed from, and they think it's gonna be the same thing with this next one too. So it's a lot of factors that go into that. So yeah, I'm excited to do this relationship series. It needs to be done. All the things need to be said. People need to feel something and they need to heal. Confirmation. Come on, Spirit co-signing on this live. It needs to be said. And in doing so, it'll be therapeutic for me too, because a lot of messages that I give to you all resonate with me in that it's been my experience and I have to recall. I send that back to, I rebuke it. I send it back to the Center Times 1000. But I have to be, if y'all on here, say hi. Don't just come on my live staring at me. Don't do that. Like the live. Say hi. Double tap the screen to say like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But the channel is coming alive right now, guys. The channel is getting a rebirth. So you're going to see all new things out here on this channel. But definitely coming alive. And we're doing all the things. All the things. Whatever is causing me to yawn, I return it to the sender. I am not yawning. I am fine. Okay. Y'all come on here, like the live, say hi. But yeah, so I'm getting in the rhythm of going live on YouTube more often. We out here now. I feel like good about all my little changes on my channel. I'm really excited about that. And so we're gonna do some content. We're gonna pick out the clothes, do the makeup, the hair, we're gonna do all the things and record the content. Why don't you stay tonight? Baby, won't you stay? That song by The Internet is really just rent free in my head. It's such a vibe. Play more songs that make you feel good. I know I'm gonna post this live. That's why I'm sitting here talking to myself, so that somebody who catches it later will hear me saying all the things, because the people that be on here don't be saying nothing. It's weird. I will say this, y'all. It's about to get real good. It's about to get real good. Okay? 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 I like to have a good time. Life was meant to be enjoyed when it was originally came about on this planet, and I don't understand why we ain't doing such. You letting what somebody else got planned and what their narrative is and what their stories are, baby. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing being taken away from brown people that we actually fucking need from somebody else. Ain't nothing. This is being kicked out of the nest. We've been in a dark nest away from our mother, and we finding out this ain't even our mother. This month been holding us hostage and mistreating us, making us think we need them. No, we don't. We been kicked out the nest. The darkness. And we're learning to fend for ourselves. You know, Jasmine, she's an influencer in Atlanta. They're doing a mixer where they pulling a community together to do food drives, okay? In different cities, Atlanta, Nashville, Houston. And they pulled together and did some other things. This is going to force us back into Black Wall Street, honey. They didn't like us there either. So at that level of independence. And so what you want. You take it and we provide it for ourselves, baby. the way it should be. So I love it. I love it. This is a great reset. Let's hit that reset button and let people get out here and get it the way God intended. It was never meant to be handed to us from somebody else through government assistance. We were supposed to take care of each other. We were naturally abundant. Everybody's supposed to barter and share in their resources and come together as a community. Who the fuck outside your tribe need to come help you? We all got something we could do. Everybody contributes to the body of Christ consciousness. We all have our part to play. And the problem was somebody wanted to stick their hand in it. And I ain't mad at it. It needed to happen. We wanted a nice, safe president who did all the things that were going to have us looking like we're back to our creature comforts and still uncomfortable as fuck. Uncomfortable as fuck. Trying to act like this is normal. This is normal. She's keeping it normal. This shit is fucking weird. We should not be living like this in this country. Right? Thank you for liking the live. I'm so glad that we got somebody who's shaking things up. Y'all might not like him as a human being, a person, but he's doing what needs to be done. And people don't like that. Everybody wanted to keep it the same, and the same was not helping us, baby. It was not helping us. This country needed to change. It always gonna look ugly before it gets better. He's not the one who's making it better for us. He's making it ugly enough for us to want to do something different. That is the miracle in all of it. Right? The miracle in all of this stuff that's happening is it's going to force people to get up off their ass and start taking life by the fucking horns and doing the shit that they need to survive and take care of themselves, which should have been done, except for they were sleeping at corporate. God had to come snatch all of these creature comforts that were destroying us. And if it looks like the president is doing that, so be it. He's doing a fantastic job because this shit needed to happen. And most people don't agree with that. I love this for a time such as this. Why do you think this is the exact time that all the chosen ones are being activated and that all of the things that are happening spiritually on this planet? It was all planned out before we were even born. Before he was even born. We're all playing our role right now. So for anybody who's like, oh my gosh, so many negative things are happening. When was there ever a time in history where it wasn't ugly? When it wasn't the darkest before the dawn? It's always the darkest before the dawn. You got to have that tower moment that night so you can appreciate the sunrise the next day. And start fresh and start new and say, I'm glad that part of life is over. What do I want out of life? What do I desire? Confirmation. What do I want most now? If y'all on this live, go ahead and like my live. Double tap that screen. Say hi when you come in here. I'm Coach Shoni, your spiritual relationship coach. And man, it's what we needed. We needed a tower moment. Our country is going through a tower moment. Right? Our country needed a tower moment. I hope YouTube ain't holding back my comments, because if y'all on her, I just know y'all coming in saying hi to me. And not staring like some monitoring spirits. So yes, all things spiritual, all things relationship over here, and all things shiny. Okay? Because it's my channel. If y'all want to see certain kind of content, let me know. But hi Sammy, how are you today? But yeah, I know we don't like how the country is being run, but I guarantee you, from a spiritual perspective, it needed to happen. It needed to happen. We could not have another president to give us the same 4 years that we just had 4 years ago. There are so many things that needed to be broken apart at the foundation in order for people to wake up and live like God gave each one of us power to have our own land, have our own resources, and use our own gifts and talents to feed ourselves. Y'all rather be slaves at corporate than to live, than to wake up and live. I left corporate 3 years ago, and no matter how many W-2 jobs I applied for, God ain't let me go back. I could apply for a job at the damn Dollar General, and God said no. In my resume, I've applied from anything from director on down to cashier in the past 3 years. No, not a callback, not a nothing. On nan one W-2 job. Anything that made sense. I got a $16 an hour call center job called me back. The only one. And when you accept certain things energetically, you're going to be stuck. That's what you said. I'm only worth $16 an hour, this call center job. And they're going to take benefits out of my check. And I'm going to end up making nothing. I'm going to be working 24/7 like a slave, making nothing. That's like energetically you're a slave. But what I do have, every single 1099 brand ambassador job that I've applied for under my EIN that I'm working under, I've gotten it. The work may not be as great or consistent. The pay is good. And I'm showing up as an entrepreneur under a contract for a few hours at a time. You understand? So God told me, no, you're an entrepreneur, and I'm finna show you you're an entrepreneur. The W-2 door is closed, Shanitra. It's closed for me. I had to accept it. I have to accept it and stand there and take it when people are at my face talking like this behind my back, like this, making smart ass comments about working in front of me, making smart ass comments about money, income, and everything. I done had people breathing a hot, funky ass breath on my neck, breathing down my neck, hating on me because I do not have a regular job. Straight up hate me for it. And I just gotta stand there and take that shit until I get my own house. But you don't have to be a victim. So the 1099 contract work I do mostly is part-time, but I have to get up every day. Jeremiah 29:11, that is my scripture. Because what is 2:9? 11. What is my birthday? 11/11. I know God put that scripture there for me. Okay? Think again. I know God put that scripture there. I know plans. I know the plans I have for you, says Yah, not the Lord. The Lord is over the land, and look, the Lord ain't got nothing for me. For I know the plans I have for you, says the divine. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. Okay? I know this. But just like Job, a lot of us have to be tested before the abundance comes in. And that's what my past 3 years have been. The death, the rebirth, and the great awakening. I have to rise up 3 years. What did they say about Christ in the Bible? 3 days. Can y'all have some snacks when I'm president? Yes, you can. I will lead this nation into greatness. Just give me a few years. Let me cook, okay? Give me I'm 43, give me 2 years. I'm telling you, it's going to be snacks for everybody. And I'm telling you, we're going to bring back female trees in this country that grow fruit. Only 2% of the trees in this country are female trees that bear fruit. 2%. Do you understand what they tried to do to the feminine energy on this plane? on this particular plane, in this particular dimension that we call the United States. In this plane, this plane is going from 3D to 5D. And so to combat that wave, they put out an anti-wave called 5G and gave everybody a device and say, get off your house phones, and everybody, even children, here, take a cell phone. We'll put features on there that are just for your kids. You're going to love it. Can't even sleep with this phone in the same room as you. Is that dangerous? Keep working out with your phone in your bra, you're going to have breast cancer. Keep your phone in your pocket, you're going to have prostate cancer. Yeah. So you understand? Somebody comes on here and say, I know how to heal you from cancer. Oh my gosh, you're practicing medicine, Dr. Sabi. Let's throw you in prison. Oh my gosh, Dr. Sabi passed away in prison. How is that so? How did the healer expire under your care? So just understand where we at, and thank God that it's finally a tower moment that is going to break apart all of this demonic stuff that's been put together. And God's chosen people for a time like this. All the times they kept saying the world was going to end. All the times they kept saying the world was going to end. All the times they said the world is going to end. I'm so glad I'm here to see it. I'm so glad I'm here to see the end of it. And people are afraid. When I was little, I was taught to be afraid of the end of the world. I used to have some girls cross street from me. They used to go to church all the time and talk about how the clouds gonna break apart and the trumpet is gonna sound and the 4 horsemen, and it's like gonna be an earthquake and fire shooting out the sky. So every time the clouds got really small when I was 9 years old, even when I went up to Tacoma, Washington for the summer with my dad, I would just stare out the window and see if the clouds were tiny that day. And I would have so much fucking anxiety thinking the world was about to end and something bad was going to happen to me. That's how I grew up, feeling like that, anxiety over it. That's how people can put fear into a child. Those were teenagers on my street. They weren't even my parents. So you got to be the primary influence on your children, because you just don't know what the fuck people telling them. That actually shapes and molds them. So I'm just so glad for a time such as this, where these tower moments are hidden. Baby, don't think it's just going to be your government. It's going to be your family too. Your world as you know it and this country as we know it has ended. The changes have already been written into effect under the signature of Trump. It's over. It's changed. The change is here. The change everybody's afraid of is here. Now, what you're going to get there is a ripple effect. It's going to ripple out till it reaches your household. Right now, it's on a piece of paper. All the legal documentation has been drawn up, drafted up, whatever. But it's going to hit your household at some point, and you're going to feel that change. You're going to feel the negative impact of that change. And when you feel the negative impact of that change, and you are one who has that spirit in you, that warrior spirit is going to wake the fuck up and get you the hell up off that couch and be like, it's time. This is what I was called to do. I'm finna get everybody together and we finna fix this shit for ourselves. We ain't waiting on nobody to come do nothing for us. There are people doing it. There've always been people doing it. There are more people doing it now. And they realize, oh my gosh, we could have just came outside and talked to each other and shared eggs, milk, and bread. Oh my gosh, we could have just helped each other out in our own community. Oh my gosh, we got smartphones. We can connect with people all over the damn world. Don't let somebody feel like they control everything about you, or you're going to die without them. You better not ever wake up and do that. Don't ever wake up in fear, panic. Oh my gosh, if you take something away from me, I'm not going to make it. And don't you dare wake the fuck up begging. You're abundant. You ask God and you move forward like it's coming, and you're going to watch it come. Period. You get up, you ask in faith, and you know you are capable by the power vested in you, the Christ consciousness that connects you to your spirit, to the Holy Spirit. You know you're capable. You're a child of God. You can do all things. I can do all things through Christ consciousness that strengthens me. I have ancient sacred knowledge. If I get up and think about what I need and see it, it's going to come to me from somewhere that I didn't even know what was in me. Because why? Your soul is downloading knowledge into your brain. Your spirit is speaking to your flesh. Here, we've done this in a different lifetime. Your spirit team can see what's up ahead. Hey, make a left. We see what's ahead of there for you. Okay. Philippians 4:3. Okay, come on with the scriptures. Think again. Think again. You my wingman for this. You know what I'm saying? You better not wake up acting like you gotta beg somebody. Them taking food stamps and the DEI programs and all this stuff away. So the fuck what? Now what we gonna do? Die? No, we're gonna get up and do what we did in Tulsa, in Georgia, all over Georgia, all over the United States. Build our own. Take care of ourselves. That's all you can fucking do. You just gonna die because somebody took something from you? Or you gonna get up and beg them for it? Somebody took something from you that you were using. They knew you needed it. And just to be an asshole, they took it. But no, it made you more resourceful. It made you reach out to more people. It made you think about what you have around you. It made you leverage something other than this single source that was actually built on sand. And that is the spirit of today. Because I'd be damned if I wake up begging for something somebody took from me that I needed. The fuck I look like? Come to talk to you about shit. Oh, let's talk to... Fuck you. Watch me go get it. And that's real. That's fucking real. God made me and God knows that I use profanity for anybody on here that's offended. A curse is to send some dark against somebody. Okay? I don't curse people. I operate in the light. Just a little disclaimer. Yeah. So you gonna see it. It's a spirit. It's an energy. It's a spirit. It's an energy. It's a spirit. It's an energy. It wants to affect your vibration, confirmation, and lower it. That spirit, that energy is manipulating multiple people. Not just the president, not just Elon Musk, not just Bill Gates, not just all those corrupt billionaires who are now going to hand over their wealth to the righteous. Because the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. Where y'all think our money finna come from? Because where you think Diddy money about to go? That's one billionaire down. Where them assets going, boo? Energetically, we about to get it. We about to get it. Because all of a sudden, y'all see all these billionaires just pop up. Because that's when the beginning, they were standing there waiting to steal from us. So the moment the curse was lifted off the chosen ones and that dark energy that had been cycling for this 26,000 year cycle was gone, they were there waiting to steal our wealth. But they can't keep it. They probably thought if we get it at the beginning, we can hang on to it. No, y'all might have caught it coming in or snatched it early, but you're going to watch God move. And God will allow things like that to happen. The divine will allow things like that to happen just so she can flex and show you her fucking power, because she do not fucking play with kids. All of us is her kids. You can't fucking outsmart your mama. Whether you light or dark, you're my child. You only got power and energy for me, babe. Don't think you doing something. Don't really think you doing something. I'm going to let you do enough to be dangerous. And then I'm going to come and get you. I'm going to stand over here and watch you bully your brother for a minute. Then I'm going to go over there and I got a case against you now. And I'm also going to watch your brother to see how much of this shit he going to take. Because y'all both my kids. He could just hit your ass back. And we can end it right there. But I see they gonna let you. And, you know, they might be under the impression, you might have bullied them so long, they might be afraid to hit them back. And be like, I'm gonna have to suffer more consequences. And they know they got a mental hold on that other one. And that's when you have to step in, like, okay, that's enough. You about to get your ass whooped. Leave them alone. And you need to start standing up for yourself. That's called balance. God will step in and restore balance. And so God's energy in the physical body is the planet Earth. And then we all come from the planet Earth's energy. And we all go back to the dust of planet Earth. And our spirits reside where they reside, on the other side of the firmament, right? And so I don't know who the fuck think they down here running something. They gonna keep trying this shit. They gonna keep doing stuff. They're going to do stuff. But rest assured, history will repeat itself. God is going to show up and show out every single time. Ain't been a story where God didn't do it. You gonna do so much before I get that ass. You gonna do so much, and I'm gonna come and restore balance. Ain't nobody getting away with nothing. Ain't nobody you bet not wake up afraid to book a flight or nothing else. Your channel is so refreshing. Thank you for speaking up. Thank you so much. Think again. You have a good night, love. You too, hon. So I'm telling y'all, for a time such as this, you better act like you got God power in you. You better stop acting like you afraid of people. Who the hell is above God? They can only do so much. You don't even need to be fearing death, honey. You going home to the great mother. This body will go back to the dust. Your spirit will reside where it is with the great mother. That's why we do not lay me down to sleep and pray the Lord my soul to keep. Ain't nobody else that needs to keep your soul. Not no landlord. Not no earth lord. Not no middle earth lord. And if we do not say this, if I die before I wake, I pray to God. I pray the Lord my soul to take. They replace God's name, Yahweh, Yahuwah, 6,000 times with Lord in the Bible. The King James Version of the Bible. 6,000 times they replace the name of God with Lord. Who owns all the land on planet Earth illegally? Britain, the crown. They said you don't own anything below 6 feet, 20 feet beneath your house. And 20 feet above your house. The rest of the air and sky and space above your home, beyond that 20 feet, belongs to the government. And the 20 feet beyond your house, this is in the United States. The 20 feet beneath your house, anything beyond that, they own it too. That means as far as you can dig down to build a basement or a sub basement or even a swimming pool or a shelter or a bunker is 20 feet. If you struck oil or gold, they own it. They want to say that they own it. And read your contracts, because if you sell land, like in Texas or something, they're going to say that somebody else owns the part of your land where you find the oil. If you strike oil on your land and it's yay deep, they're going to say that you don't own it. They're going to say that you don't own it. So what they are basically saying is you own a little topsoil and maybe a little structure on the topsoil, but any natural resource on this earth is theirs, because most of it is beneath that 20 feet mark, and that's where they came up with that number. So they're trying to say they own all the natural resources. That's why all of these islands are becoming U.S. territories, or territories of Great Britain. We have to understand what's at play here. This is not the time to fall apart and be like, I need them. You need God. You need yourself. You need yourself to wake up and do what the fuck you got to do to eat today. And educate your children. Take away this victim and poverty and dependent mindset. No matter where you are, never look down on yourself. Never look down on yourself. I don't care if you stay with somebody. I don't care if you have a physical disability, a mental disability. I don't care what the hell you think wrong with you. You better not look down on yourself. Other people gonna look down on you too. The minute you start looking down on yourself, oh, that's how you want to be treated? We just taking cues from you. One time, somebody put a piece of food on my hairbrush in my car. And I said, you don't even want a piece of paper left in your car. And they gonna tell me, well, I was just over here acting accordingly. Like, that's how you treat your stuff. And I was like, no, it ain't. That's just what you think of me. And I had to correct their ass. Don't do no nasty shit like that. Put a piece of okra in my hairbrush instead of throwing it out the fucking window. You know, stuff like that. Y'all gotta pay attention. People only gonna treat you how you treat yourself. And so they gonna get mad if you don't look down on yourself, or if you see yourself still high and you still see yourself as prestigious, like you still see yourself in the light, just like I'm in the light now. If you see yourself in the light, in the likeness of God, people gonna get mad. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You ain't nothing. I got more money than you, so you ain't nobody. Watch God take that fucking money from you. Keep opening your fucking mouth against me. You about to lose everything. When people speak against God's anointed, the ones that came to help, the ones that have help, the ones that gotta be like, when you're going through the trials of Job and people come against you at that time, people take advantage of you while you are maybe at your, what appears to be your lowest, your weakest, or your most vulnerable point. And that's when they feel like they can strike. Because that bitch weak. She ain't gonna try that shit. He ain't gonna try that shit when you at full strength. They gonna shut the fuck up and sit down and look the other way. They're not gonna try you on your good day. And that lets you know. They let you know that that is a weak person if they only go mess with somebody who they view as weak. Say all this shit or do all these things to somebody you know who's a contender. So it's like when people are running a country and they are preying on the citizens of that country and taking things away from them and treating them like X, Y, and Z, they're only doing it because they see you as weak. This is a time for people to stand up and be like, I don't know who, y'all got me fucked up. This is a good time to be like, y'all got me fucked up. And I will show you what that looks like. Don't ever wake up weak, inferior to any fucking thing. Because that's what people want you to do. They want you to just concede. Because they can't force you to do it. They can't force you to concede. There is nobody that has their foot on your neck to that degree. You have to have a weak mind to finally just concede to somebody who's wrong and loud. Don't let shit wear you down. Get up and fight to have a good life, a good self opinion, a nice self image. Fake it till you make it. Act like it's so until it's so. Speak these things as though they were. Speak it into existence. Use your God power. Recognize that Christ came to show us that we're like Christ. We have God's power, God's anointing. We're true. I am the son of God. I am the daughter of God. Y'all think there was only one, then y'all always gonna wake up and show up weak. Well, that confirmation. If you don't believe Christ came as an example to show you who you are and how you're to operate on this planet, instead of saying, oh, that's who Christ was, that depiction of Yeshua was, oh, it was just him. We're not like that. We got to worship him in spirit. He's gone. No, it's you. Understand what the Bible meant. Everything in there is metaphorically. That's why they say all these things are allegorically. They're stories to give you the example of what's in the spirit. What's in your spirit. What's in your food to keep you from connecting to your spirit. To keep you with brain fog. All these mental health conditions. And then physical health conditions. If nothing else, I'm here to tell y'all today, thank God for this tower moment in this country. Thank God for the tower moments that you're having in your living situations. Thank God for the tower moment you're having at that job. Thank God for the tower moments happening in your family. Let all that crooked shit fall apart. You deserve better than that. And God is trying to give you better than that. Y'all cannot walking around holding on to it. I've been chasing jobs for 3 years. Had motherfuckers talking about behind my back. Like it ain't gonna ever. God tell me everything somebody said. And what they didn't say to a person and what they're thinking, the Most High comes to show me. I will stop just like this. God will be showing me somebody's whole conversation they done had about me. Word for word. And then when I see him again, the energy fucking matches. Do not play with a child of the Most High. God is going to show them everything. But God ain't going to show you that until you have yourself under control. You have to have your emotions under control. You can't go around here popping off, acting crazy. You don't know what to do with yourself. Every little thing rattles you. Those are the ones who typically go off talking about people. They have no self-control. That's also a lack of self-image and self-value. So you can't be rattled by somebody who don't even control themselves. You're going to let them control you and your emotions and press your buttons? And you looking at them like... All of this as above, so below, honey. And leadership is from the top down. Whatever chaos demon is running this country is also using its minions to ensue chaos around you in your daily lives, in your homes, at your jobs, with your family, your children. That same chaos demon ain't just stopped in the White House. It's everywhere right now. It is running rampant. And if you don't start looking at the spirit, you're going to miss the whole point that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. First, we got to look at the spirit, because as above, so below. As in the spirit, so it will show up in the flesh on the earth. So when I see the same crazy shit happening all around me in different people, what spirit is behind that? What is their relationship to the spirit? Okay? When they say let them use you, some of them letting demons use them. That's an absolute choice. Don't be like, well, they can't help themselves. You can, so why can't they? Don't make excuse for anybody. Don't you dare make an excuse for not one fucking person. Well, they had a heart. Yeah, everybody else did too. And look, they became pro athletes. They've done great things, great inventors. Why this motherfucker decide to be evil? You gonna keep minding them out of jail? You gonna go over there and sit by their side after they done unalive somebody? You go over there and be an enabler. It's time to cut that shit out. And I'm so glad that we are having a tower moment on this planet. It was overdue. We need a great reset on this planet. The stuff that we got to go through in this country is just crazy. Not that we want to be controlled like China. You can't say this, you can't say that. Anything like that, just so we can work one job and go home and have peace and no freedom. Not that. Not that so that they can pay for everything that we need and everything costs exorbitantly more like Canada and have clean streets. No, not for that. It's so that we can be who we are and do what we were called to do according to God and have our freedom and have our peace and take care of ourselves as we were made to do so. The lie was that you needed somebody else to... No, you didn't. The lie is that you got a good job. That ain't no fucking job good. That is a lie. That job is stressing you out. It's killing you. It's taking you away from your family. It's taking a toll on your body and your mind. And then y'all go get 3 and 4 of them. You're naturally abundant. All you had to think about what you wanted and it came to you. But who cut you off from feeling like that? Or believing that that's even possible? The people who want you to go work for them. So, I'm going to wrap this live. It was 51:51. I'm going to wrap this up with this point. I ain't planning on taking it there, but God said, well, once you get moving, I'm going to direct your steps and you finna see where we going. So now y'all see where I'm going. Okay? So stay tuned. And it was meant for me to have a channel. It was meant for me to have a channel. Because stay tuned. You about to get reprogrammed. Y'all be great.